cancer hates. That's what we want to give the body an environment where cancer cannot thrive.
Did you know that cancer cells consume 15 times more sugar than normal cells? Or that an overly acidic body creates the ideal breeding ground for tumors? These aren't just surprising facts. They're vital clues to understanding how cancer thrives and, more importantly, how to disrupt it. Barbara O'Neill has devoted years to uncovering the science behind natural cancer prevention. In this eye-opening video, she reveals breakthrough insights into cancer's weaknesses and shares practical ways to fight back. From the power of an alkaline diet to the importance of oxygenation and the unexpected link between fungi and cancer, this video arms you with life-changing knowledge. Here's something that might shock you. Your body could be unintentionally creating the perfect environment for cancer. An acidic, low-oxygen environment high in sugar isn't just a hazard. It's exactly what cancer cells crave. Barbara O'Neill explains how cancer cells differ from normal cells, with a staggering ability to consume glucose at 15 times the rate of healthy cells. It's not just a slight difference. It's a full-on energy grab that fuels rapid tumor growth. Now consider our modern diet, loaded with sugar, processed snacks, and refined carbs. Each of these fuels an acidic environment and hands cancer cells the glucose they need to thrive. This is why understanding the science of what you eat could be the key to transforming your health and possibly saving your life or that of someone you love. Get ready to gain control over your body's inner environment and make choices that work against cancer, not for it.
You deprive cancer cells of glucose, they self-destruct because they depend on high amounts. And this is how chemotherapy works. So the cancer cell will consume 15 times the glucose of any other cell. The cancer cell will consume 15 times the chemotherapy.
Let me show you something that could change how you think about your everyday meals and cancer itself. Dr. Otto Warburg, a Nobel Prize-winning scientist, made a startling discovery. Cancer cells cannot survive in a highly oxygenated environment. Yet the foods we commonly consume often create the opposite effect. They lower oxygen levels and increase acidity in our bodies. Consider your daily diet. Is it rich in fresh, alkalizing vegetables, or is it packed with meats, dairy, and processed foods? If it's the latter, you could be unknowingly setting up the perfect conditions for cancer growth. But don't worry, there's powerful good news. Barbara O'Neill reveals a key insight. Cancer hates an alkaline environment. This is more than just a tip. It's a roadmap for harnessing the power of food as a defense. By shifting your body's pH balance toward alkalinity, you create an environment where cancer cells find it hard to survive. It's not just about adding beneficial foods. It's equally about eliminating harmful ones. Acidic, sugary, and processed foods? They're off the menu. Cutting back on these foods removes cancer's fuel source, effectively starving it. But there's another surprising factor that's too often overlooked in the fight against cancer: the fungus-cancer connection. This theory is turning heads and sparking debate, yet it holds potential for transforming our understanding of cancer at its roots. Italian oncologist Dr. Tullio Simoncini has been exploring this uncharted link between cancer and fungal infections. His findings? In every cancer case he examined, he found some form of yeast or candida. He believes this isn't a mere coincidence. It's evidence of a deeper link. While the research is still ongoing, the idea of targeting fungi as part of a comprehensive cancer strategy is gaining traction. Ready to learn how food and these groundbreaking insights could be your best defense? Get prepared to explore new ways to strengthen your body, protect yourself, and take control over your health.
Is all cancer caused by a fungus? Well, not necessarily so. But as Dr. Tullio Simoncini found, that there was a factor in just about every case. And so the million-dollar question is, how do we get it out of the body? A person can have fungus in their body and not have cancer. But if it's well fed, it'll certainly develop into it. So how does it get out of your body? Number one, you have to starve it. So what's its favorite food? And if you're not going to give it sugar, it'll happily accept all the glucose from your fruit. So when someone comes to us with cancer, we suggest they have no fruit for 6 weeks. They can eat lots of vegetables, legumes, nuts.
You might be thinking, fungus, really? But here's the reality. Fungal exposure is surprisingly common. Every day we're exposed to fungi through moldy foods, damp environments, and even poorly ventilated areas in our homes. And it's not just what you see. Fungi can enter your body through inhalation, skin contact, and ingestion, silently impacting your health. And it's not only Dr. Simoncini suggesting this link. Professor Constantini, former head of WHO's Department of Mycology, has referenced over 30,000 research papers that connect fungal infections to cancer, a staggering body of evidence we can't ignore. So what happens if we treat cancer like a fungal infection? The results are nothing short of intriguing. Some researchers have used antifungal therapies to fight cancer, and while the medical community is divided, there are cases where patients have shown remarkable improvements. This fungal connection could explain why certain natural treatments seem so powerful against cancer. Those alkalizing foods and green drinks we discussed, many of them have strong antifungal properties. By creating an alkaline environment and eating foods that fight fungus, we might not only be starving cancer cells, we're addressing an underlying fungal issue as well. But knowledge alone isn't enough. You need practical tools to take action. In the next section, we'll dive into specific steps for fighting fungal overgrowth and creating a body environment where cancer struggles to survive. From smart dietary swaps to natural antifungal remedies, you'll have the tools to start your own cancer-fighting strategy right from your kitchen. Remember your grandmother's insistence on that strange herbal tea? She might have been onto something all along. The line between food and medicine is about to get blurred. And the best part? You don't need a prescription to start today.
There are herbs that will kill fungus and won't kill you. Isn't that good news? And my book lists them. There's olive leaf extract. There's also grapefruit seed extract. There's also oregano essential oil. Start lightly. There's a South American herb called pordiaco. Garlic is a strong one, but don't use all your ammunition at once. Do a week on this one, a week on that one, a week on that one, a week on that one, because the microorganisms have the ability to adapt and adjust.
Let's dive into some powerhouse natural remedies that could be game changers in the fight against cancer-related fungal infections. Olive leaf extract, grapefruit seed extract, and oregano essential oils aren't just for the kitchen. They're potent allies against fungal overgrowth that can disrupt cancer survival. And here's a pro tip from Barbara. Rotate these herbs weekly. This smart strategy keeps those stubborn microorganisms from adapting, making your anti-cancer routine all the more effective. Now let's talk about a true superhero in cancer-fighting nutrition, green drinks. Forget ordinary smoothies. These potent elixirs made from wild greens or super greens are like kryptonite for cancer cells. Acting as powerful alkalizing agents, they turn your body into a hostile environment for cancer to even think about growing. Imagine adjusting the soil in your garden so weeds can't thrive. Now picture that impact inside your body. Still skeptical? Let me tell you about Elizabeth, a real-life inspiration. With 3 tumors in her abdomen, she decided to take her health into her own hands, using food as her medicine. Here's what happened next.
One lady, her name was Elizabeth Cott. Amazing story. She came to us 8 years ago with 3 tumors in her abdomen. It's probably nearly 10 years ago now. And she was in her 60s then. And she didn't like what the doctor was offering. And the doctor said, "You got to do chemo immediately." But she decided not to. She came to our health retreat.
Elizabeth embraced an antifungal diet and green drinks daily, and the results were astonishing. After just 6 months, one of her tumors had completely disappeared. She's not alone. Another patient with prostate cancer saw his own cancer vanish after 3 months on a strict alkaline diet. A year after her initial diagnosis, Elizabeth's doctor was baffled. "I don't understand this," he said, "but one of your tumors is totally gone." Just 6 months later, another tumor had also disappeared. Each time she visited, doctors and specialists looked on in awe, unable to explain her transformation. This isn't just theory, it's real, life-changing evidence. Elizabeth Cott, a cancer survivor, shared her own revelation. "I believe I was feeding my cancer with sugary desserts. I had no idea." Her story highlights the hidden influence our daily choices have on our health. Remember, your body has a remarkable ability to heal itself when given the right tools. As Dr. Colin Campbell wisely said, genetics loads the gun, lifestyle pulls the trigger. The choices we make every day truly shape our health. So what will you do with this information? Will you add more alkaline foods to your diet, reduce sugar, or even try these powerful greens? The choice is yours, and it could be life-changing.